Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game and Frame broadcast coming to you live from the Sousa Sports Complex in Central Islip, New York. My name is Francis Argueta with you once again with a banger of a game in the APSL. Sixth place, Leros hosts third place Hoboken FC in what could be a decisive game for the top of the table with 10 games to go. Laros is coming off its fifth loss of the season in a tug-of-war which saw Vistula Garfield win 4-3. Laros' Junior Rosero opened the scoring in the 6th minute, but Emilan Elizaj's brace powered the away team to just their third win of the season. Meanwhile, Hoboken is coming off a thrashing of Central Park Rangers. Bello scored the first 3 goals of the game in the opening 15 minutes, and it was smooth sailing from then. Hoboken finished with a commanding 7-2 victory. Laros looks to keep their top 4 hopes alive today, but a powerful Hoboken squad stands in their way. Stay tuned for the start of the match in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain.
Yes. And there is the start of the game signaled by the main official, and we are on the way on Game and Frame with you on a chilly Sunday evening here from Central Islip, New York, to bring you Leros SC versus Hoboken FC 1912 APSL action here to start the second half of the season. You see Laros in their white jerseys and Hoboken is in all blue. Laros with the early action here with Junior Rosero all the way back, trying to start some offense going early on in this match. All the way back to the goalkeeper it goes, Amari Thompson in net. And when we have an opportunity, I will bring you the starting lineups for these two powerhouses of the APSL, looking to make a second half push for the playoffs. That'll be designated for the top 4 finishers in the table. Hoboken is in a solid position to make that happen, currently in 3rd place, while Laros has some catching up to do coming up from 6th. And there's a through ball to start. Mason Chetty down the right wing, trying to go one-on-one with the defender. Still, Chetty keeps it alive to play it out to the wing. Dylan Woods puts in a cross into the box. It goes. A defensive header for number 21 for Hoboken. Still not out of danger here. Rosero lifts it up wherever possible. A long-distance shot to try the goalkeeper early on. Leros has the first shot, not on target, but we'll have our first goal kick of the match. Andrew Borti, number 99, is the goalkeeper you see in all yellow. They play with a back 4 of MJ. Playing at left back, T. Shodimu and Brian Paredes is the center back duo, as Laros has the ball once again, not able to control it this time around. Adam Gardner will complete the back 4. And they have a midfield consisting of Mike Park, as they call him, Sebastian Rock, and Enrique Hurtado, playing just above them in midfield. They have a top 3 of Sam Epatime, Isimohi Bello coming off that hat trick, and Cam McGregor down the right side. There's an early ball looking for the left winger, That is number 9, Bello, cutting inside the box, trying to make some room for himself. Defended by Dylan Woods. A cross goes inside, and it is deflected out by the defense. Chetty goes down, but no foul called by the referee. It'll remain Hoboken ball. For Leros, it is Amari Thompson in net with a back four of TJ Bernard, Joel Cunningham, Leo Fola, and Dylan Woods. The midfield consists of Steven Turnbull, former NYCFC standout, Kareem Russell, and Samir Fatizada playing above them. Here comes number 10, McGregor, making a move inside, but it finds the goalkeeper's hands. That is Amari Thompson with some early action from the net. And the top 3 for Leros will be Makumba Ba, Junior Rosero, and Mason Chetty. This is going to be an offensive match start to finish for both of these teams, capable of putting many goals on the score sheet. They're both coming off high-scoring performances. One came in a win for Hoboken and a 7-2 win over CPR. The other a 3-4 defeat for Laros. They give Garfield just their 3rd win of the season in a disappointing fashion, and they'll look to rebound here against a mighty opponent. Laros trying to establish some early rhythm playing from the back. They have plenty of defensive options to choose from. Here comes Turnbull making his way up the pitch, trying to play a through ball for his winger, Ba. Not able to find him that time around. Turnbull still on the ground. Makes his way back up to retain possession for Laros. Rosero with the long distance shot, trying the goalkeeper from distance once again. Andrew Borti, happy to see that go away for an off-target shot once again. Brian Paredes trying to guide his midfield in the positions that he needs them to be in. As you can see him speaking to Enrique Hurtado there, number 19. Paredes now going out right to Adam Gardner. Rock places it for Enrique, who was trying to find Bello up top, and they keep the ball alive here. Bello has a chance to score. Bello shoots, and it is blocked by the defender. Last-ditch effort to keep this scoreless in the early minutes of the first half. And here is Enrique Hurtado once again. Can they put in a good ball here? Here comes the cross inside the box. It goes above everybody's head, but they keep it alive with McGregor being guarded by TJ Bernard. McGregor trying to go around one-on-one, but instead it goes away for a goal kick, and Thompson will have a ball to deal with here. Both teams still just trying to establish some rhythm going in the early minutes of this game in a very chilly Sunday evening here from Long Island, as we bring you APSL action on Game in Frame. Here's Joel Cunningham. Over to Rosero it goes. Rosero looking for options to his left. This is Makumba Ba. Patiently scavenging the field, looking for his options. Bernard playing it back for Ba, being defended well by Sebastian Rock. And here is Dylan Woods in an advanced position, trying to find Mason Chetty, who was in an offside position. That brings an end to that offensive play. And I'll let you know that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Garner attempting that ball, instead plays back to Paredes. Hoboken enters today 8 wins, 1 draw, and 2 L's on the season. The second of which came against Doxa a couple of weeks ago, but they rebounded well with that massive victory over CPR. By 5 goals, they won that game. Bello trying to establish some of that early rhythm like he did in that game, in which he scored a hat trick in the first 15 minutes of the match. Defender goes down here for Leros, and they get a foul in favor. That is Fola, who went to the ground. McGregor not happy with the call. Here's Turnbull. One of the big acquisitions that Laros made during the season here brings with him some MLS experience as they look to add some depth to their team and make a push for the playoffs. Here comes Hoboken once again, number 22 here, dispossessed by Joel Cunningham, who puts in a certified tackle there. And now they look to go on the counter with Fatazada. Rosero backtracking, and that's a bad giveaway there. Bad position here for Leros, and a sliding challenge there. Saves the counterattack from taking place. As Fola is still down on the ground. Rosero probably wasn't aware of that before that back pass was given to the opposition. And Fola's going to need some early treatment here. He's back to his feet now, but he was down on the ground for a very dangerous opportunity for Hoboken. I might have misspoke earlier. Hoboken is in second place behind only New York International. And we're going to see here if Fola is going to be able to resume the match, or if he's going to need a early substitution here for Laros. For now, it looks like it may be the latter. And that is a big blow to the defense if he's not able to continue. And that does look to be the case, as he's getting subbed off early in this match. Some early adjustments needed here for Leros, as one of their major center backs is not able to continue, and he's subbed off the pitch. In the meantime, here comes Steven Turnbull, making his way down the middle of the pitch over to number 21 for Leros, who goes down in the middle of the pitch. Antonio Biggs, number 13, takes place of the injured Leo Fola as we resume play on the other side here. Leros on the offensive. Going to require some quick adjustments here from both the subbed on player who gives the ball away there as he attempted a long distance pass, but also the team. The defensive opportunities here for the sub. And here he is again. This time it bounces away from him. Over to Kareem Russell. And a long ball looking for Mason Chetty, who has some speed behind those legs. He keeps it in play, puts the ball across the box. But defense is to it first. Samir keeps it in play. Here's Ba. Over to Rosero. Rosero trying it again. And once again, isn't able to find the target. I think Leros will be okay with Junior taking all these early shots. They're very well aware that he has a lot of potential opportunities to score behind those legs. They're going to test that foot every single time. Here's Paredes over to Gardner. Plays it off the pitch over to Enrique. Russell wins it first. Gardner again. So only where Joel Cunningham is present. Back to Cunningham it goes. Now it's Russell. Has space to move. Was looking to meet Mason Chetty with the ball, but instead that is intercepted by the midfield of Hoboken, who look to get things rolling here on the offensive end. Down the left wing they go, and a cross is put all the way to the opposing sideline here. Both teams trying to establish some chemistry in the first 15 minutes of the match. Still no goals between Leros and Hoboken FC of the APSL. Here's Sam looking to take on Cunningham. Supports come his way. Park with the distance. And it's just above the crossbar as the referee deemed that Thompson hit it over the bar. It'll be the first corner of the match by way of Hoboken. It'll be Sam Epitome with the cross, trying to put this in a dangerous position of the box. Here comes the cross. Blue is to it first. Leros trying to clear their field. Now Rosero, who plays it over to Ba. Makumba looking to take on Park and puts a through ball where Chetty is there. Sliding challenge. Chetty avoids it. Chetty still. And here comes Paredes with the vital intervention there. And the long ball isn't able to find Bello as Leros controls possession again with Cunningham. It is Hoboken's ball once again. Back and forth match as we expected it to be. That could have been deemed a high kick, and it is. Late call by the referee as he tried to allow play to go on. And for real this time, it is Hoboken in third place. As I get the updated table, 8 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, and 2 draws on the season, while Laros enters with 5 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws. the latest loss, arguably their worst loss yet, losing against a team in Garfield who had only 2 wins on the season at that point. They look to avenge that defeat here in what would be one of their best wins of the season if they can pull it through. Russell able to keep that play alive with Joel Cunningham. Very much spring weather here from Long Island in this match. 14 lifts it up over in Bello's direction. Bello goes down, no foul call. Good defense there by Bergs. And here comes Samir, taking on one player, taking on a second, and Gardner. And Park is there to win it back for Hoboken. And gives it away, and a foul is called by the referee on Stephen Turnbull. Both teams looking to see who blinks first in this clash. For Leros, they look to have been in a groove before that loss against Vistula Garfield. They had come off a win, 3-2 win over CPR. Before that, in November, it was a 3-0 shutout victory versus Richmond County FC. Amir comes out of his net, doesn't get the ball though. Luckily, it lands for the team in white. Makumba, oh, well done to get around Park. What a move to sit his defender down. And now Laros looking to use that momentum to power some offense here for the first shot on target. Turnbull switches the field over to TJ Bernard. Back to Cunningham it goes. As before mentioned, Hoboken enters after that 7-2 win over CPR. And before that, it was a 2-1 loss versus Doxa. Gardner being defended by Rosero. Rosero comes out on top this time around. Now it's Samir. Samir looking for Chetty. What a ball that is. Chetty one-on-one the goalie. Chetty shoots and Chetty scores! Golazo for Leros as they take the 1-0 lead in the first half. Rosero wins his duel, leads to the pitch-perfect pass over to Chetty, who does the rest. Finishes behind the goalkeeper, finds the net, and finds the early lead for Laros as they look to defend home turf and rebound from that loss. And we're about halfway done through the first half, 22nd minute of the match. Chetty is the one who opens up the scoring. Hoboken looking for a quick response here. Here's Ba, very capable of doing that. Russell goes down in a foul against just outside the semicircle. Dangerous position on the field for a free kick heading Hoboken's way. Sebastian Rock and Enrique Hurtado are the players behind the ball. Enrique moves away from the ball now Looks like it is going to be Sebastian's ball all the way through. 4 men behind the wall. Here's the free kick, and above the crossbar it goes. Amir seemed pretty confident that wasn't on target. And now Leros play from the back once again. Steven lifts that ball, but read well by Hoboken's defense. Here is Mike Park over to Sam Ettinger. Over to Gardner now. With plenty of room to put in a cross here. Cunningham to it first though. Now it's Makumba. Makumba is asking for the ball. TJ wasn't ready to let it go yet. But now Laros is playing with the lead that they'll look to keep. So far, Antonio Biggs has done well since subbing on for the injured Leo Fola. We have a few more games headed your way on the Game and Frame broadcast. We'll start with Zoom Schneider on March 15th. 7:30, that is today, versus New York Athletic Club in the Metropolitan Conference of the APSL. Long distance shot there above the crossbar. Nothing to see here as Thompson gets another goal kick to work with. CPR faces Pan Cyprian Freedoms at 8 p.m. in that same conference on the 18th. Then on the 22nd, we have another big 2 games headed your way as this Hoboken squad faces Pan Cyprian Freedoms at 4 p.m. and Zoom Schneider faces Leros at 7:30. All those games you can find on your Game and Frame broadcast, now found on YouTube. Ball goes out of play, and Leros keeps possession alive here with Junior Rosero. Key intervention in that build-up for their first goal of the match. Now they win a free kick here. TJ is going to play that back to Cunningham. Now it's Biggs looking for Chetty, the goal scorer of the match. Chetty is able to keep that ball alive. But T. Shodimu reads it well enough to win the ball back for Hoboken. And now it is Adam Gardner sprinting down the right side. Still Gardner looking for his options as he lifts it up. He sees Sam making the run down the right side. Sam Epitome puts a cross into the box and safe into the hands of Amir Thompson, who looks to start things right away with Makumba Ba. Back to Amir goes. Epitome was there to put pressure on the keeper, who kicks it out of bounds, and it remains Hoboken ball. 27 minutes down in the first half. The 1-0 lead for Laros at the feet of Mason Chetty. And Hoboken is now trying to respond here with Sebastian Rock. Long distance effort here, way off. It'll be another goal kick for Laros. Turnbull is still making his introduction to his new team in white this evening. Plenty of professional experience with NYCFC. And here comes a long distance ball over to Rosero. Paredes is good position there to intercept that ball. Turnbull from Holtzville, New York, also has experience playing at Rhode Island FC as well as Legion FC. In 55 USLC games, he has 4 goals and 5 assists. He's played the defensive role in his professional career. Today he's playing in midfield for Leros. Sam wasn't found there. Instead, here is Kareem Russell in midfield playing for Laros. And turn of possession once again. Rock with the long distance ball. Targeting McGregor. Instead, it finds the hands of goalkeeper Amir Thompson. Not many clean sheets are kept in this league, but that is what Leros will look to do here, playing with the lead against Hoboken FC, as they look to climb their way back into the top 4 of the table. Chetty with the foul on his defender that time around. That chip ball over to the right winger has been working so far, and this was led to the first and only goal of the match up to this point. Paredes looking for Enrique Hurtado. Too strong there. Thompson with the clearance over to Turnbull. Rosero coming back from an offside position. And he finds that ball now. Off the deflection, here is now Samir. Ooh, and looking to find Chetty once again. Instead, Paredes will have to give away the corner. First corner of the match for Laros. We'll see what they can come up with here, playing with the lead. Being called back by Russell, potentially to prevent the counterattack or to give another offensive option outside the box here as he's making his way over. And there he is. There's no one on him, so might as well take the spot. And here comes the free kick. Sam Epitome kicks it away over to McGregor. McGregor looking to find Rock. Instead, Dylan Woods retains possession for Leros. Biggs. Dylan Woods over to Junior Rosero. An open Stephen Turnbull. Not able to connect with Ba. And here's Mike Park with the long distance ball looking for Bello. So far the defense done well for the forward, who's not been in rhythm up to this point. Coming off a hat trick, not many opportunities yet. Here comes Stephen Turnbull looking for Mason Chetty. Samir Fatazada. The Hoboken defense doing a better job of containing the right winger up to this point after that goal was scored. Bello looking for the 1-2. Hoboken not able to penetrate through this defense quite yet. A vast difference from their last match in which they won 7-2 They had 3 goals in the opening 15 minutes. No goals in the first 33 in this match. Laros. Everybody's getting a touch here as they're playing from the back. Turnbull not able to contain possession there. Bao wins the right back. Here's Kareem Russell looking to lift it up for Chetty. Chetty looking to drop it down for Rosero. T comes out on the other end. Oh, Chetty almost caught T sleeping there. Instead, Brian Paredes is here, playing it over to Adam Gardner. And this is Cam McGregor lifting it up for Sebastian Rock down the right wing, playing it back for Gardner, looking to put in a cross. Get some offense going here for Hoboken. McGregor still. There's the cross they were looking for. Bello containing possession. 3 white jerseys around him. McGregor again, and Cunningham prevents the cross from getting across. Instead, he gives up the corner. Second corner of the match for Hoboken. About 10 minutes to go in the first half. Just the 1 goal separating these two. As we're coming to you live from the Central Islip Sousa Sports Complex, Central Islip, Long Island, New York. Here's the Sam Epitome corner. It lands to T, who takes a shot, and T finds the back of the net for the equalizer. T Shadimu gets the goal back for Hoboken with 10 minutes to go, and we're now level once again. As the defender, right place, right time, was able to do just enough to beat Amir and find the back of the net for Hoboken. And we are back right where we started here between these two powerhouses. Goals were expected, and now they each have 1 in their favor, and we are back leveled for the next 10 or so minutes of the first half. Cunningham looking to lift it up for Chetty. Not on target this time around. And Hoboken looking to use some momentum heading into halftime as they level things up here. This is MJ. Dylan Woods all the way back to his goalkeeper. Thompson had done a great job up to this point, keeping the net clean of goals, but that time around it looked like it was either too difficult to see through the defense, or it was just perfectly placed there by the defender to find the bottom left corner of the net and tie things up for Hoboken. Cunningham here dribbling into danger, somehow finds his way over to TJ Bernard. Here's Captain Fatazada lifting it up for Rosero, who is in onside position. Back to TJ it goes. And the intentions are clear here for Leros. They're looking to find the goal that will bring them back on top. Wasn't to be there, as Andrew Bordy will have a goal kick. Laros has some multifaceted defenders in TJ and Dylan Woods playing in the wings. Easily could be playing midfield or even up top in the top three. So you'll definitely see them come into play when on the offensive. For now, this is Mike Park in midfield for Hoboken. He sees a run being made by Gardner down the right side, and he finds him now. McGregor and Bello up top are options for the right back as he makes his way inside. There's a cross, and Sam Epitome not able to put the finishing touch on that. And a sliding challenge there. Perfectly done to keep possession for Laros. MJ wins it back for Hoboken. Enrique now over to McGregor. McGregor still making his way inside the box. Read well, but given right back to Hoboken. Here's Epitome. Sam goes down, and a free kick in another dangerous area of the pitch, right outside the 18-yard box. And this could be danger, as Sam is still down on the ground after earning a free kick in what is almost inside the box, just a few inches inside. It could have been a penalty kick, but with 5 minutes to go, Hoboken has another free kick in a dangerous area of the pitch to maybe get their first lead of the match. Bello is right in front of goal, being defended by Joel Cunningham. Here comes a cross. Not a good one. Not what they were looking for from that position. Instead, it'll be a goal kick headed for Thompson. A goal in the last 5 minutes of regular time will be big boost for whoever it comes to heading into the break. Cunningham making his way up the pitch, looking for Chetty, being defended better now by MJ since that opening goal of the match. Sebastian Rock keeps possession for Hoboken. Options running into the box for Gardner as he puts that cross inside, deflected. Still anybody's possession here. It lands for Sam Epitome, takes a long distance shot, and it dribbles into the hands of the goalkeeper, Amir Thompson. Amari, I should say. Switch of the field, read by McGregor. Dropped down by Bello, and now Enrique Hurtado making a run inside, takes a shot, and the diving Thompson keeps it in his hands this time around. Was always going to be a miracle shot there from that angle, but Thompson was taking no chances there. And Fatizada loses possession. Sam goes down once again. And another free kick for Hoboken. Sam has been a pest in the best way possible for Hoboken, using his size and speed to his advantage, winning another free kick for the away team. And they'll look to execute this opportunity better than the last one. Mike Park might be the one to take this one this time around. And he is the one behind the ball. We'll see what they can come up with here with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. It is a 1-1 match between Leros and Hoboken. Here comes the cross. Cunningham to it first. This is MJ. Mike with tons of space in midfield, lifting it up for McGregor. McGregor brings it down second time around. Now it's Rock. Back to Rock it goes. Around one defender, around another. And he'll get another corner from this possession. They scored on the last corner. We'll see what they can come up with here with 30 seconds to go of the first half. Giving up a goal now could be a backbreaker for Laros. They'll defend this with their life as they look to cement a top 4 position in the second half of the season here in the APSL. Sam will take this corner. From the right side it is. Thompson leaps up. Thompson comes down with the ball. And he'll take his time to resume play. Looking for Rosero, instead Paredes intercepts. And here's Enrique. Now it's Garner. McGregor rising to the occasion, looking as an option, and there he is. Inside the box it goes. We are now into a minute of extra time, moving into 2. And neither side in a hurry. Enrique with the cross. Samir comes out on top there. And now it's Rosero down the left wing. He has just blue jerseys all around him. Chetty now coming in support. And it finds Chetty. Chetty could be open here. And the shot is deflected away by MJ. Well done by Rosero to hold off the defense and put the right ball over to Chetty. Could have been the second goal of the match for him. Instead, it'll be a corner down the other side of the pitch. TJ looks to be taking this corner kick. Antonio Biggs on top. Cunningham should be up there as well, but instead he'll stay back to prevent the counterattack from taking place. Here comes the corner. It bounces to Samir, and it's like he didn't expect it that time around. And there is the halftime whistle to take us into the break. Mason Chetty opened up the scoring in the first 15 or so minutes, and then it was T. Shadimu at the corner, which leveled things up for Hoboken. We're going into the break at 1-1 apiece, in the APSL. My name is Francis here with Game and Frame. Stick around for a second half kickoff in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And we are just waiting for the whistle from the main official to get things rolling once again here. And there is the whistle we were waiting for, as it is kickoff once again for the second half between Leros SC and Hoboken FC 1912. APSL action coming to you live on Game and Frame. As the first half ended by a score of 1-1. Mason Chetty opened up the scoring in the first half. And T. Shodimu scored the equalizer off the corner kick for Hoboken. Things are leveled once again between these two powerhouses of the APSL in a big-time game during the second half of the season. As the clouds get darker here, the weather gets even colder, I should say, and a chilly breeze from Central Islip, New York. Laros in all white, Hoboken in blue. And we do have second half subs to make you aware of whenever we have a chance. That'll be the case, I believe. It may have been Junior Rosero who exited the pitch and plays from number 9 for Leros. And that is Harry Cook, who replaces the forward who was a key contributor in that first goal for Laros, winning the ball back right before a perfect pass was found, threaded up the needle over to Chetty, who was able to do enough to beat the goalkeeper and bring us our first goal of the match. This is Makumba Ba putting a cross into the box for Chetty. There's a header, and it just was not on target. Was a perfect opportunity to take the lead once again. And we have a player down. I believe that was Ba who put in the cross. As we have a break in play early in second half action. Ba is still down, but slowly he's gonna make his way up to his feet. Being assisted there by Samir Fatazara. And we're able to resume play. It is Mike Park on the ball. Sends the ball over to Adam Gardner. And now McGregor making a run down the wing. Cunningham to it first. It gets deflected into Bellows' path. He puts it across the box. Not on the same page with the Hurtado. And that'll dribble safely out of bounds for Leros. And this is another sub on the pitch, number 20, Kelvin Bafour for Leros. As they saw an opportunity to make improvements and do just that. Makumba Ba is back down on the ground. I don't believe he'll be able to continue. And don't forget, Leros already made a first half sub for Leo Fola. Bring on 2 at halftime, and now may have to be a 4th sub they have to make here early on the second half. If I'm not mistaken, Kelvin came in for Kareem Russell, who was playing one of the CDM roles here for Leros. Makumba is, of course, not going to be able to resume play. And he'll be subbed off shortly here. Number 15, Godwin Partey. Looks to be the player that will replace the injured forward. And we resume play here. Hoboken looking for some early offense for the second half. Gardner puts the ball across the box. There's a shot, and there's a goal! They were not going to be able to silence the forward for much longer. Bello makes it his 4th goal in the last 2. And now Hoboken takes the lead. Their first lead of the match. And the tides have turned here early in the second half. Over to the away team, the blue team, the team in 3rd place, who now have a lead to work with for the first time today. It is Laros' turn now to respond after 2 unanswered goals. Ball's looking for Harry Cook, who goes down. No foul call by the referee. Now it's Sebastian Rock. Over to Enrique Hurtado. Back to Rock it goes. Biggs over to Partey. Now it's Chetty over to Cook. Seeing the run made by Steven Turnbull. And that ball goes into our direction here as the lights are now on. That'll be a little easier for you guys to see the numbers on screen. And it looks like Hoboken now with the lead will make some subs that'll play the rest of the second half, as Enrique Hurtado, one of the subs coming off. Also MJ. 2 new faces enter the pitch in hopes of either defending the lead or adding to it for Hoboken. One of those subs is Tyler Diaz, number 11. And Tyler loses it. Up in the air it goes, anybody's ball. Tyler looking to drop it down. It drops for Sebastian Rock instead, who looks to lift it up for his teammate there. McGregor looking to make the run up the pitch. He helps earn his team a throw-in. Kiroy Lionel, the other player that finds the pitch, number 3. And we'll see how Laros responds here after giving up 2 goals, giving up their lead, with some new faces here for the second 45 minutes of the match. Here's Biggs. Before the deflection finds its way over to Steven Turnbull, who now finds it over to Chetty. Chetty goes down. No foul by the referee. Instead, it'll be just a goal kick headed Bordy's way. And don't forget, today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Sam Epitome drops it neatly and earns the foul. Sam very involved in the first half, picking up where he left off, earning the free kick middle of the field for his team. Now playing with the lead. Roy back to the first goal scorer of the match. T takes on one defender, keeps it alive, and now Bello still fighting for that ball. Biggs has been pretty impressive since coming on in the first half for the injured Fola. Chetty. Here comes Hoboken once again. Garner going down the right side, one-on-one with his defender. And that defender wins the foul for Leros. That number 22 looks to be Jimmy Barrios, who was also a second half sub for this match. A lot of new faces here for Laros. By my count, that's about 5 subs that they've made. This is Cam McGregor looking at the run from Tyler Diaz. Now it's Party. Over to Keroy, who takes a heavy touch there at left wing. No foul called by the referee as Chetty saw the ground. Sam Epitome taking on 2 defenders at once. Sam goes around one, isn't able to go around Godwin, who earns the goal kick for Leros as they try to spark up a response here after Hoboken's 2 straight goals. Here comes Chetty down the right wing. Turnbull showing as an option. Instead, he goes with Party. Here's now Harry Cook. Well done by Keroy to deflect the ball off the forward. Retain possession for Hoboken. About 12 minutes down in the second half. It's Hoboken who has taken the lead. More. Bello does well to drop it down on his chest, but it goes off the left winger, Sam Epitome, who has been a nuisance for the Laros defense. And another sub will be made here for Laros. TJ Bernard exits the pitch. And Biggs is still down on the pitch. Scott Testori comes on, number 23 for TJ Bernard. Dylan Woods looks to have been the other player that came off at halftime. A lot of movement in this Laros lineup, probably trying to keep some warm legs in these chilly weathers. Antonio lifting the ball up for Chetty. And now here's Steven Turnbull. Over to Partey it goes, not able to contain the possession there, trying to win it back. Instead, here's Sam Epitome. Gets around one defender, but Chetty wins it back for Leros. Turnbull looking to put a cross in for Harry Cook. Just a bit too hard and too far for the forward. And a quick goal kick now. Looking for Cam McGregor. It was on target, but Joel Cunningham was able to get back into position to win that ball for Leros. Godwin. Biggs over to Testori. Biggs now over to Cook. Cook looking to lift it up for Chetty. T does well to play it back for his goalkeeper, Andrew Borti, who hasn't seen a lot of action since Chetty was able to open the scoring in today's match. A good thing always to do for your team when your goalkeeper isn't getting a lot of shots against is to get him involved in the match, and that is exactly what T. Shadimu had just done. And now comes Cam McGregor, number 10, looking to thread the needle instead. It goes all the way over to Amari Thompson. Godwin looking for Harry Cook. Harry fighting to maintain possession, looking to play it on to Scott. He does well, but Scott not able to maintain. Gardner making his way up the pitch. He was looking for Bello instead. Over to the opposing goalkeeper it goes. There's the ball looking for Jimmy Barrios. Paredes does well to use that body. Win the ball back for Hoboken. McGregor keeps it in play, but only temporarily. It goes over to Cunningham. For Laros, after this match, they have a Richmond County on their schedule in just a couple of days on the 17th. Paredes goes down and wins himself a free kick. After that, it'll be Zoom Schneider and lands on Yonkers for Leros. All in quick succession for the month of March. Hoboken taking his time here, playing with the lead now. And Hoboken's next matchup will be a big one against Pancyprian Freedoms, followed by Zoom Schneider and Richmond County as well. A leaping Biggs is the first to that possession. Here comes before now, number 20. Looking for a response is Leros, who was able to find the early offense in the match, but has not done much of that since then. Player goes down for Leros, holding his face. The ref wants none of it, Instead, they continue here with Antonio Biggs making a run up the pitch, looking to make some support, looking to spark an offense here for Leros. Biggs still looking to get around Lionel. He does just that. Cross into the box. Hoboken to it first. Keroy over to Bello. Bello sees the runs coming his way, and McGregor is the one they find. McGregor is going down the left wing. He has support down his right side if he can find it. And he does. There's number 12 for Hoboken. Still number 12, and it creeps through the hands of the goalkeeper. As Hoboken have turned things all the way around. And now have a commanding 3-1 lead. St. Ville just came into the match and already finds a goal. And now it is a 2-goal buffer that Hoboken has built for itself. Bello showing there that he's not just a finisher, he's also a playmaker. Perfect patience and execution on that pass. And St. Ville did just enough to beat Thompson to his net. And Laros is looking for some answers now. The hill just became tougher to climb. Up to this point, the second half subs have not been working out. Here's before. Samir looking to make something happen down the left wing. A little altercation, and the defender goes down for Hoboken. Creeping into the 68th minute of the match. It is Hoboken FC now playing with the lead. And a big build-up happening down that corner. Referee trying to find out what just took place. And maybe giving a talking to the players involved. And now it looks like we'll be able to resume play from this throw-in. Here comes the throw-in over to Kelvin before. Cross deflected, kept alive, and the shot is found into the goalkeeper's hands. Andrew well positioned there. And now looking to start the counter. McGregor making his way up the pitch. Not able to connect with Rock that time around. Here's Cunningham. Looking at the run being made down the left side of the pitch. Rountree, St. Ville, the goal scorer, takes on a defender. Now finds Tyler Diaz. Can it make it 4? Tyler with the shot. And Thompson, second time around, makes the save for Leros. Amari sends it up the pitch. Looking for Turnbull, who drops it down to his feet. And a deflection. A foul is called middle of the field on Turnbull. I'll let you know that still tonight, Zoom Schneider faces New York Athletic Club at 7:30. That game will be kicking off shortly. In the same conference, on the 18th, Central Park Rangers faces Pan Cyprian Freedoms at 8 p.m. Hoboken FC, the team in blue leading in this match, will play Pan Cyprian Freedoms at 4 p.m. on the 22nd of March. And still that day, Zoom Schneider faces the other team in today's matchup, Leros, at 7:30. All part of your Game and Frame broadcast that you can find in YouTube. A lot of communication can be heard from both sides as they prepare to take this free kick. It is Samir, who has quite a way of putting in good balls. Here's a cross, looking for Cunningham, who drops it down, and there's a shot, a rifle to the back of the net as Laros brings one back. That is exactly what you are looking for to spark the offense and get things rolling in the right direction for Leros. Turnbull makes it 2. It's almost as if they planned it that way. Samir with the ball over to Cunningham. The header over to Turnbull, who puts it right where the keeper cannot save it. And it is a 1-goal deficit once again for Leros. Could that have been the juice that Laros needed? We'll find out soon. St. Bill now gives it away. Some new life here for Laros. No foul call by the referee. We play on. Lionel over to Tyler Diaz in a perfectly timed tackle by Biggs. We have about 17 minutes to go in the second half. It is a 3-2 lead by Hoboken. And it's going to be a dynamite finish. Here's Kiroy putting it in play. And it is Godwin to it first. Paredes. St. Bill losing possession. Samir looking to keep it alive, instead gives it right back, but I believe it's either a foul or a handball that gives possession back to Laros. So Hoboken will make another substitution here after this free kick is taken, I believe. Or during, or right before, as Bello, goal scorer and assister, is off the pitch. And I believe it is Aristotle Safertilis, number 17, who comes in and takes his place. Big shoes to fill here for the Hoboken offense. Andrew Barty taking no chances as he's out of his possession and retains that ball here. As Hoboken look to defend or add to their lead. Godwin rises and wins. Does just enough to retain possession. Cunningham taking it as far as the defense will let him. Jamie Barrios over to Samir. Samir with the cross looking for Mason Chetty. And Chetty does enough to keep it in play. Over to Godwin it goes. Godwin trying to meg his defender. Instead, here is Steven Turnbull. With the bullet down the left side, inside the box it goes. Still Leros. Chetty outside of the box and wildly off target off that shot. But it remains in play. Props to Scott for keeping his eye on the ball there. And now he goes down and earns his team another free kick, almost in an identical position where the second goal took place. The tempo has surely picked up. This Colt has not been able to slow down either offense in today's match. We knew to expect goals galore, as these two teams have scored plenty. Cunningham jockeying for position. Samir getting ready to take the free kick. Inside it goes. There's a header and there's a tying goal to make it 3 apiece. And Laros has fought right back to tie things up. Joel Cunningham, assister and goal provider. And we are right back where we started, at an even playing field between Leros and Hoboken. Boy, have the set pieces been crucial in today's match. From the same position, as I mentioned earlier, Samir has a way of putting the ball right where it needs to be placed off those free kicks. Hoboken's first goal came from a corner. And Laros' last 2 came from free kicks from the same spot and same result. And now Cook trying to power this offense to take a lead once again. Before lifts it up, this time offside is called on Steven. These teams are allergic to not scoring goals. 7 were scored for Hoboken in their last match, and 3 came in a losing effort for Laros. They're trying to make things different this time around. Cunningham standing strong. That height of his is a true weapon, which is why I was a bit shocked in the first half when he didn't go up for the corner. They found it more important for him to defend the counterattack. But no harm, no foul. Instead, in the second half, he's provided the assist and scored a goal from the free kick that Samir has provided. Here's McGregor now for Hoboken's offense. Going around one defender, Tyler Diaz still. Tyler Diaz across it goes, and Thompson is there to meet the ball with his gloves. Here's Turnbull. Over 2 before. And Samir is bullied off the ball by St. Ville. Bello no longer on the pitch. Harry Cook is, though, as he wins it for Laros. And Samir not able to find Steven, as Lionel was there for Hoboken. Intercepted by Godwin now. Samir again, lifting it in the direction of Chetty, keeping it alive. Here comes Laros, and almost are able to beat the goalkeeper as the flag stayed down. Wardy very much involved now in the second half. Before, once again, lifting it up for Turnbull. It lands for Chetty, and it's a goal! Almost found the back of the net. From more angle, it was hard to tell. Right above the crossbar it went. And Leros have a corner to work with now. We told you it was going to be an eventful second half, and it has been. And now we have less than 10 minutes to go for either of these teams to take the lead once again. Could it be a third straight set piece goal for Laros? Cunningham is a player to look at. Scott also has some height to it. There's a free kick, and it almost finds Cunningham again, but he's not able to put the finishing touches this time around. And Hoboken can breathe a sigh of relief. Another sub taking place for Hoboken as Park is off the pitch. And Kiroy, poor giveaway there for Hoboken. They're able to regain possession. And here's Diaz now. Sliding challenge there. Ref looking to see if he would play on instead. Back it goes for Hoboken. Number 8, Joseph Cressy takes the place of Park. Lifted up in St. Bill's direction. Being defended by 2 white jerseys. He has to go back. And a sliding challenge there. Avoids the corner instead. Thompson has a goal kick. Over to Godwin it goes. Chetty does just enough to keep it in play. Back to the goalkeeper. And here is Cunningham, who's had quite an eventful day and is not over yet. Steven. Turnbull still. Turnbull loses out to Cressy. Cressy intercepted by Scott, and now a foul for before. Quickly taking over to Godwin, who has plenty of room to make his way up the field. Whoa, nearly given right back. Tyler Diaz is helped up. Good show of sportsmanship there. The ball is looking for McGregor, being guarded by Joel Cunningham. McGregor looking to take him on. Finds number 14, that's Rock. Number 11, Diaz now on the edge of the box. Goes around a defender. Goes around a second one. And there is before to put a halt to the danger and start the counterattack opportunity for Leros. And they continue. Oh, and there's an offside flag there by the linesman. And it looks like we're playing on. Bit of confusion there. The linesman lifted his flag, but I'm not sure if the referee called it or not. Regardless, Hoboken continues with the possession on their own half. And there's a long ball looking for McGregor. McGregor keeps it alive over to Sebastian Rock. And a sliding challenge there by Biggs. Hoboken gives the ball away. Back and forth match here as Leros making their way forward. Sliding challenge there. Perfectly timed by Paredes. Kelvin before, keeping the possession alive. Chetty somehow finds his way to the ball. Chetty keeps it alive. Chetty across the box, and off target it is by Cook, who's not able to keep it between the posts. And we have 4 minutes of this mayhem to go. A ball is found perfectly for Aristotle. Aristotle down the left side. He has support in the middle of the pitch. Looking to take on this defender, and Cunningham does just enough to survive another day. As Sebastian Rock now puts a cross into the box and above the crossbar. Cunningham has been everywhere in this match. If Leros is able to rescue a point, that is who they need to thank the most. Thompson with the goal kick. A leaping Testori is to it first. And now Scott once again over to Godwin. Party making his way up. Joining the party. Over to Chetty it goes. Chetty with the cross, deflected by Hoboken. And here's Cressy. Over to St. Ville, who looked like he had temporarily put the nail in the coffin for Hoboken. Leros had other ideas in mind, and Scott is here once again making his way up the pitch. Over to Barrios. It looked like Samir was being held back, and the referee finally blows his whistle as the Leros have another free kick. 2 minutes left of the regular 90. And we'll see how much time, if any, is added by the main official. This promised to be a big match, and it did not disappoint. Top 4 position in play here for both teams. Leros playing from 6th place. Hoboken from 3rd. Samir looking to make it another dangerous ball into the box. Everybody fighting for position. That one not the best one. Here's Bafour with the shot outside the box. Deflected by the defense. Kept in play still. And now Hoboken look to have counterattack offense. Aristotle being pulled back but still maintaining possession. Now goes down, and a yellow card, the first one of the match, is shown. The first yellow card in the 89th minute says a lot about the competitive fire in these two teams, but the clean play throughout. Aristotle quickly. Aristotle puts it into the box. There's a header. Biggs to it first. Kept alive. Joseph Cressy. Could it be another cross? Here's St. Ville doing just that. There's a header. Godwin was to it first. And another sub is going to take place for Laros. George Youssef is a player that enters the pitch. Tyler switching it over to the opposing side. Colby McGregor's on the pitch now, number 5. And that goes out of play for another Amari goal kick. And we'll see what are the intentions here for Leros. Are they going for the win, or are they going to settle for the draw? Something tells me they're hungry for all 3 points. Chetty is a player who exits the pitch. And here's Steven Turnbull over to the subbed on Youssef, who finds Cook down the right wing. Back to Youssef it goes. Youssef over to Scott. Scott making a move. Scott making another. And a wide open forward. Turnbull's not able to put it past the keeper. What a save by Andrew Bordy to keep this leveled. That could have been the rescuing point for Hoboken. But Samir will look to break the tie here from this corner kick. All hands on deck for Hoboken to defend this corner. McGregor the only one on the other end in a counter opportunity. Here's a free kick. Kept alive with before. Looking to switch it over to Partey. Partey saw the incoming pressure from McGregor. And now it's Biggs looking to put it right into the box. Lionel to it first. It lands for Cook. And now here's Scott. And it is deflected away for another corner. Testori very involved in the last couple of minutes. And this could be the last chance of the match. Partey looks like he'll be the one to take this corner. Biggs is up there. Cunningham as well. Here's the corner. And Aristotle keeps it in play now for McGregor. It is a lot of blue jerseys running forward. McGregor loses the ball briefly. Keeps it in play still with Rock. Sebastian Rock. Here comes the opportunity for Diaz, who shoots. And a save by Thompson. And deflected away for the goal kick. Referee not satisfied to blow his whistle yet. We keep playing. Godwin lifting it up and intercepted. And that was the final action of the match. It ends leveled between two powerhouses of the APSL. Laros opened up the scoring with Mason Chetty. And then it was 3 unanswered by Hoboken. But somehow, someway, Samir's free kicks powered Leros back into the match to rescue a point. It ends at 3 apiece in the APSL between Leros and Hoboken on Game and Frame.